This isn't just an average business partnership, my friend. It could very well be a pivotal moment in the future of automotive energy. The world's largest battery manufacturer, CATL, has announced a strategic investment of up to 2.5 billion RMB, it's about $360 million USD in NIO energy. But what's the real agenda behind this movement? Okay, on the flip side, NIO is also facing its fair share of challenges. Can this partnership pull them through the storm? Today, we'll dive into the details, analyzing whether the collaboration is truly a case of 1 + 1 bigger than 2 for the EV industry. Hello, my friend, I'm Sheila Wang. I'm here to update it on the most cutting-edge and fresh business and investment information for you. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe my channel. I also welcome you to join the discussion in the comment section below. Well, let's start with NIO. Known as one of China's most innovative EV pioneers, NIO has built its brand around its battery swapping model, right? Here's how it works. Instead of sitting around waiting for a charge, NIO's owner can swing for a battery swapping station and have a fully charged battery installed in just minutes. As of now, NIO has developed 3,172 battery swapping stations across China, making it the most extensive network in the country. It's not just a feature. This network is a moat, a serious competitive advantage that sets NIO apart in the EV space. Now enter CATL, the giant of the battery industry. With its strategic investment in NIO energy, this move underscores CATL's belief in the future potential of the battery swapping model. Together, the two companies have committed to building the world's largest and most advanced battery swapping service network for passenger cars. This isn't just about serving new owners anymore. This is about reshaping the entire EV industry. Here's where things get spicy. As part of the partnership, CATL and NIO are working towards standardizing battery tech. What does that mean? Well, imagine this. In the future, it won't just be NIO owners who can use NIO's battery swapping station. Drivers of other EV brands could join in too. This inter-brand compatibility is a holy grail for NIO adoption. If different car makers agree on a unified battery standard, it could be completely change the game. Think of it like Android in the smartphone world, a single open system that can work across multiple brands, right? Standardization like this could be the key to widespread EV adoption. And then take a look on the CATL so-called chocolate battery swap standard. Might sound like a gimmick, but don't be fooled. It's serious innovation aimed at efficiency. Here's the deal. This standard allows for faster, cheaper, and more scalable swapping station construction and operation. NIO's upcoming Firefly series, targeted at the mid to low-end EV market, will fully adopt this standard. Why? It's all about cutting costs and boosting efficiency. A unified standard means faster station rollouts, lower per swap costs, and ultimately a more affordable experience for EV owners. For consumers, this could mean swapping your battery becomes not only faster but also cheaper, potentially even more cost-effective than traditional charging. For the industry, it's a blueprint for scaling up battery swapping infrastructure. CATL and NIO aren't just building a network. They're attempting to create the EV world's equivalent of an open highway system. Another key highlight of this partnership is a commitment to a full lifecycle ecosystem for batteries. Here's what that means. Once a battery has served its time in an EV, it can be repurchased for energy storage system. Think about the solar farms or backup power grids. And the second one is when the battery is completely spent, it will be recycled for raw materials, which can then be used to make new batteries. This circular economy for consumers, it could mean cheaper replacement battery in the future. For NIO and CATL, it's a way to establish a self-sustaining, closed-loop ecosystem that strengthens their position as industry leaders in sustainability and innovation. And in the following part, I will give a quick question and answer series. The first question is, can battery swapping become the mainstream? Let's address the elephant in the room. Is battery swapping really the future of EVs, or is it just a niche idea? The answer depends on two critical factors. First, technology maturity. The biggest challenge for battery swapping has always been standardization and compatibility, with CATL and NIO teaming up to tackle this. We may finally see a unified system that makes large-scale adoption feasible. And the second one is consumer adoption. At the end of the day, convenience and cost are king. If battery swapping is faster, cheaper, and more accessible than charging, why wouldn't consumers love it? The key lies in scale. If swapping station become as your gas station and the costs are competitive, battery swapping could become the default choice for EV owners. Add in the efficiency of the full lifecycle ecosystem, and you've got a solution that's not only convenient but also sustainable. The question, is that a win-win for the EV industry? This partnership between CATL and NIO is more than just a business deal. It's a bold statement about the future of electric vehicles. By combining CATL's battery expertise with NIO's battery swapping infrastructure, the two companies are setting the stage for the future where EV owners is more convenient and cost-effective and sustainable than ever before. If the collaboration works, it could be the annual moment for the EV industry, a standardized, scalable solution and accelerates adoption and benefits everyone. And if you are an investor in the EV space, this is definitely something to keep an eye on. And next question, what's the deep logic for this collaboration? Well, I think that is key weaknesses that they possess. Firstly, CATL's battery swap business is heavily reliant on commercial fleets. As we saw that CATL's battery swapping efforts aren't exactly thriving in the private consumer EV markets. What we found is that BYD performed better than CATL at this area. Instead, it's prompted up by partnerships with car rental companies, rideshare platform, and taxi fleets. Private car owners, that's a much smaller piece of the pie. The second weakness for CATL is passenger car OEMs aren't totally sold. Automakers aren't rushing to embrace battery swapping. They're lukewarm at the best. And when they do dip their toes in, the participating models aren't exactly blockbusters. And the third is for NIO. NIO has built infrastructures, but is underutilized. NIO's battery swapping network is impressive. It's massive, advanced, and ready to roll. But here's the problem. Their sales volume isn't high enough to fully utilize the infrastructure. That's where CATL comes in. NIO is banking on CATL's money and client base, while CATL wants access to NIO's ready-made battery swapping infrastructure. To sum up, it's their deep weaknesses that make their cooperation. Next question, what's the real play on both sides? For NIO, the priority is clear. When is CATL going to write that $360 million check, right? They need a financial boost and the added traffic CATL's customers could bring to their swap station. For CATL, it's a bit more strategic. They're watching to say something else. They're waiting for when NIO's battery swapping station will adopt CATL's chocolate battery swap standard. And second, they wait for whether news network can convince more automakers to develop SWAMP-compatible models. It's a classic "I will scratch your back, but only if you scratch mine first" situation. And next question, why CATL isn't betting the farm on Firefly? Now here's the kicker, news Firefly might not be the game changer CATL cares about. Why? Even if Firefly manages to carve out a nice slice of the market, are likely to disrupt the sub-100,000 RMB EV sector, which is already dominated by heavyweights like BYD, Geely, Chang'an, and the other EV companies. Simply put, Firefly is a tiny flicker in a forest of blazing giants. As always, we will keep watching the EV space closely. Stay tuned for more updates on NIO, CATL, and the ongoing evolution of China's EV market. See you next time, my friends.